Hey there, it's Katie Joy, the Global Butterfly, and today I'm going to share with you the sabotage versus success cycle when it comes to creating and activating your ideal life and business and or career. And especially apply this if you're an empath or a light worker or highly sensitive and you're really struggling to get this emotion for you. Maybe you're a spiritual entrepreneur or a miracle worker, or maybe you're just a woman, not just a woman, but a woman who is excited to be able to figure out something else different, right? And you don't really have any intention of how to apply that other than just to feel better in your own life. Great! Well, I've got something really awesome for you. I'm going to share 3 strategies that might not be yet using, but will by the end of this video. And I'm going to take you through a little bit of my create and activate your ideal life and business or career process to help you take some guidance on that. So number 1, I want you to understand the success cycle, the success sabotage cycle. It begins with belief. Number 1, it begins with belief. And then whatever is our beliefs they're basically rooted in our subconscious mind. And they are embedded in the program of life. Like from 0 to 7, you're taking in all the information around you in your environment, particularly from your caregivers, from the people that you spend most of the time with, whatever you're exposed to. You're like a 24/7 camcorder on record, and you've got no filter to be critical of that because your brain waves, they're in a lower vibration just to receive everything in. Why is that? It's because at that time in your life, you're fully dependent on survival. So you're trying to learn the rules of the game of living on this planet. And so you're learning from those around you and in the environment around you. So you're going to pick up all the beliefs based on your immediate family, the people that you are surrounded by, where you go to school, what you hear on TV, or maybe the digital technology these days. All of those are going to be installed. Whether you believe you're aware of them or not, they are there, and they're there for life. The other thing too is that you're carrying through beliefs and programs from genealogical lines, like so from generations. And you might see that expressed if you've got kids, or even in your own self. Like you might suddenly say a word, or you might suddenly just do something and you go, oh my gosh, that was just so like my grandpa, or so like my grandma, or so like such and such. And it's because it's activated an expression through you. It's there in your subconscious mind. So your beliefs are the foundation. Then you add to that whatever you think, your thoughts, right? You're going to be filtering the thoughts that you have based on the beliefs that you have and that you're resonating with at this current time. Now, beliefs can be changed, but if you're not aware of what beliefs are activated in your subconscious mind, you don't know how to change them yet, right? So when you have thoughts like, I want to create a business online, and then if you have any beliefs that are in conflict to that, you're already in battle, you're out of alignment at a subconscious level. Because you're going to know that, because you're going to feel that in your body, the feeling of the disresonance, the discourse, where it doesn't match up. And so it's going to feel like anxiety or self-doubt or fear or something that feels uncomfortable. And it's very different to the feeling of joy and excitement and hopeful and intentional, right? It's a very different experience. And you've had both of them, I'm sure. But when you have that feeling that is a lower heavy feeling, that's indicative of a belief that mismatches the thoughts of what you're trying to create or you're choosing to create. Because then whatever your beliefs are rooted in, and then you have these thoughts, if you have an alignment, you're going to take action, like your behavior, you're going to take action. True. But if you are held back because you don't believe it's available to you, you don't believe it's possible for you, you don't believe you're worthy enough, you don't believe you're good enough, you don't believe you're loved enough, then you're going to resist and not take actions, which is still an action in itself. Either way, that's going to end up in a result. And then that perpetuates that cycle. So that cycle works both ways. Up the vibrational ladder for you if you are in alignment, and also very speedily down that vibrational ladder for you if you're out of alignment and you're not aligned with that which you're intending to create. So that's the biggest piece here that I wanted to share with you. The second one is understanding that what is in your current reality right now is from past thoughts. Past thoughts. Here's the challenge. Most people are so confronted by what's currently on in their current reality. It's like gridlock. It's like reminded as a repetitive memory of, well, this is what I've got, and believing that this is all I'm going to have. But in order to create something new, you need to suspend that and come from being present and bringing in a new thought, creating a new possibility, a new reality, without bringing all the past history of what you think you already know, without pulling on the bank of memory of what you've already experienced. Now, here's the challenge with that, is because if we're activated in fear vibration, what's that? That's stress, right? Fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. Well, if we're in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, we want to control things. Now, with control, and the root cause of that, or the root energy driver in that, is the need to be certain. So if you're in a survival activated mode and you're saying, I want to create something new for my life, you're coming from an activation of fear, and you're going to be trying to control all the circumstances and predict things in the future because you're looking for certainty in order to survive. It's a very subconscious thing, can be conscious too, but very much subconscious. So it's really crucial and important to be able to practice the energy skills to be calm and centered and focused, so that you are no longer in a fear frequency. You're slipping into a beautiful love vibrational frequency, and you're fully present in the moment to create from a new moment in a frequency of love. And from that, portals of possibility literally open up all around you. And the willingness to be able to leap into the unknown is crucial as part of this process, because it's in the unknown, outside of what's familiar, outside of what's the comfort zone. It's in the unknown that you're going to experience the new. But the challenge is, again, if you're activated in stress or fight, flight, you're going to be trying to ping pong back and pull back to the comfort zone, because everything will be activated of like, oh, but I don't know how that's going to turn out. Better the devil I know over here. And that's a precarious place to be, because it's one of suffering. At least you understand this process now, right? Hopefully you do. So what do you need to do? You need to be able to tune into a calm, energized state, the love frequency, to create in the present moment in order to create something new in the future. Now, here's the thing that I wanted to bring back to center with this. When you're calm and you're willing to be able to be in this love frequency to create something new, now you get to create something that this thought process is going to reinvigorate the energy field around you and attract a new reality for you. You need to be prepared to surrender buying into believing that everything you see in this moment is how it's always going to be. Because whatever you see in this current reality right now, what you've manifested right now, is the result of past thoughts. So with that, the new thoughts right now, you'll be able to create something new. Oh, but Katie, I've tried that. It doesn't work for me. Well, that's what brings you to step 3. Step 3 is you need to have the thought, right? Thinking. You need to have the balance of faith, but that's not enough. And either end, if you're all in faith, it's just hope and it's wishy-washy and it's not really creating anything. But if you're all in thought, you're locked up in the brain, you're not activating the heart, and you're going to be trying to control it. But what you need to do is have a balance of both, with an anchoring of commitment. Now, what does that mean? What it really means is a practice. Well, a practice, like exercising a muscle, right? It's a practice, a commitment to dedicating your attention to your intention, where you're going, what you put your energy on, so that you can tune in with a really powerful thought frequency, a feeling in your body that matches that. So you're excited, you know it's true, you've seen it in your head, you feel it in your body, it's totally possible, it's totally available to you. And that way you're going to be tuned into that frequency when you're locked in like a laser beam in on that, and you're keeping your focus channeled on that, free of any other distracting thought that might pull at it, like with fear, doubt, self-worry, because that's all of that creates this enormous lag and confusion to the universal request of what you're asking for. Are you asking for something you don't want and therefore keep getting the same? Or are you asking for something that you really know that you're tuning into? It's done, it's just on its way, it's in the post, it's being delivered. And therefore you're just like excited and just positively holding yourself in a state of positivity expecting it to show up with the intention and the flexibility and the adaptability to take inspired action when you feel it, when you see it, and move forward. You don't have to know what the whole plan is, but you do need to be tuned in so that you can optimize on synchronicities. You can optimize on opportunities and allow that to show up for you. So, one of the things that I teach a lot of my clients in one of my programs, my Manifesting Magic program, is I teach a 5-step process on 5 key areas. I break it down to keep it really simple. You can do this on other areas of your life, really. But the first area that I get you to create and activate intentionally is your ideal week. What does that look, sound, and feel like for you? And your ideal one, not the one you're currently living. And maybe there are lots of aspects of the one you're currently living that you do like. And if there's not, well, then you get to create a whole new experience. Keyword, experience, which is a combination of the thought and the feeling within your inner field, that you create that first, and then you experience that, and you just stay tuned into that, and you just stay focused in gratitude for everything that already exists in your life, and it's going to even shift and change and mold into this new experience that you're creating and calling in. And then you'll take new action. You'll seize up on opportunities that show up for you that will move you more and more aligned in that direction. Another key area that I focus on is your business model, like your ideal business model, or it could be a career model. It doesn't have to be business for yourself. However, I do say that you are your first business, whether you work for yourself or work for somebody else, because either way, you need to be bringing value to the community. Or if you're working for someone else, what's it called when you're not bringing value? It's called being fired, right? Same with if you're in business. If you're not bringing value, then you're not going to have customers or clients who pay you, right? So, but it's creating your ideal business model, but it's shaped off the back of your ideal week first. Like what's your ideal lifestyle? And then having your ideal business model, working with that, because there's lots of different models to choose from. But if you're building out a model because you're in a program of believing that's how you think it should be done, or because other people are doing it that way, or because some certain coach has told you that it has to be that way, but if you haven't yet first tuned into your ideal week, then building out a business model is just like building a ladder up against the wrong brick wall of the building and realizing, I've been climbing that corporate ladder and thinking I'm going to get the result I'm going to get, and it ain't it. Right? So what you want to do is make sure that you've got it stacked in this order. Then, obviously, with an ideal business model or career model, then looking at the area 3 of who is your ideal soul client, tuning into that relationship, tuning into the experience of that, and all the aspects around that. How does it feel to work with that person? Now, if you're working for somebody else, then that you want to look at, what is my ideal industry that I want to work in, or what's my ideal lifestyle that is around that career that I don't really feel like I need a holiday because I love going to work, right? Who are you serving in the industry, but also customers and clients, and even who are the colleagues around you, those sorts of things. Now, the area 4 is an extra fun one as well. And this one is where I really focus in on going on your ideal vacation. This is a really important one because even though I'm already setting you up to be aligned so that you are loving your life and what you're doing, what you're creating, whether you're at work or at home. But it's fun to come up with your ideal vacation. And this is one with no limitations around it, where maybe you're an adventurous soul. I am. And you like to check out new adventures. Or maybe you like to kick back and relax on the beach. Or maybe there's a location in the world that you'd like to go and explore for its art or its history or just whatever, the landscape. But what is that ideal vacation for you? And tuning into the energy of that. And then there's a 5th one. This is the most important one. And it's the ideal you. How do you really truly want to tune in and show up so that you're impregnating your energy field with such a beautiful energy signature that everywhere you go, you are sparkling, magical love light and manifesting magic. Everywhere you go, you're imprinting love on everybody around you as well. And you're creating an amazing experience. How does that all sound for you, right? So I'm going to give you something free moving forward to help you with creating those 5 key areas. I've got a short 5-minute, very powerful create and activate your ideal life and business manifestation meditation. Just click the link down below, go grab it. It's free and you get to have a kickstart into that area. If you've loved this, then please let me know. Click the like button, the subscribe, or comment down below, and please share this with those that you know would benefit from this too. And certainly make sure that if you want to get the notifications that you do subscribe so that you receive the next ones coming. Make sure you download that free meditation now. Click the link down below. Lots of love, light, and manifesting lots of magic. I'll see you next time.